Come and sip with me. Come and vibe with me. Even if you're on the move or just in the zone, come spend some time with me. Let's talk about it. We can laugh out loud. I might just cry it out, but either way, we're on a vibing cloud. What you sipping on? Come vibe with a queen. Tell me what you sipping on. Come vibe with the queen. Hey, how are you? Welcome back to another episode of Sip and Vibin' with your girl, Queen A. Ow. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope you have had a fantastic week, and if not, then I'm praying that the days ahead are more positive for you. I hope you have all been enjoying the festive season, whichever way, in whichever way suits you best. So whether you're someone that loves turning up for Christmas or loves being around family and friends, or if it's just you and your boo, or if you just enjoy spending it alone, relaxed, I hope you enjoyed regardless. Me, I've always kind of been a relaxed kind of girl. I kind of don't want to be around anyone. I just want to sleep. Yeah, I've never really been like a woohoo Christmas type of person. So to be able to spend it with the missus this year was so fun. We had such an amazing day, and we've just been embracing the festive period. Because we did this over the phone. We had no choice. So the fact that we can spend it in person and just really give each other an experience that we felt like one another needed was just such a blessed and amazing feeling. So yeah, we had a good time. So guys, the year is coming to an end, and I thought it would just be fitting to maybe do an episode just based off of setting some realistic goals, just having a vision for what we want for ourselves and manifesting that and really making that happen. They say that time is a mere concept made by man, which is very true. We don't know when the year starts and when it ends. However, this is, the matrix that we live in. So they say it's coming to an end, right? And for me, I have never really been I've never really been a new year, new me type of girl. When I was younger, definitely, I was like, new year, new me. I'm not a new year, new me type of person. However, I am very much a start as you mean to go on person. And we all have different things that work for us. And I really just noticed a pattern in that whenever it came to me starting a fresh year. I felt like however I started that year kind of set the tone for the rest of that year. And maybe it turned out that way because that's what I believe in my head. Do you understand? That's kind of what I manifested. That's the situation that I created for myself, because I really do live in my head about it. I love for my space to just be clean, tidy, stress-free. And, we can't help the things that happen. But whenever the year is coming to an end and New Year is approaching, I always make it a priority to make sure that I go in feeling happy, feeling blessed, because regardless of what happens to me in the year, I want to make sure that I go through the year, feeling content, clean space, clean aura, clean mindset, So I more set intentions, and the time goes quick. It feels like just the other day I was gearing up to spending the new year on FaceTime with MJ. So it's just like, wow, I can't believe a whole year has gone by already. That is insane. And some of us are blessed to be going into the year. Not a lot of people have even made it this far. I lost my uncle to cancer this year, and my family, we fill the gap. Do you know what I mean? Like like when you can just feel like someone's missing, it doesn't feel real. And I think about his daughters and just the fact that they are so young and moving into another year like without their dad. So I definitely have a lot to be grateful for, like regardless of the lows. We all have our ups and downs, but I've made it this far anyway, God willing, I make it across into 2022. So I had an idea to make a vision board with Mish. We haven't quite got around to it as yet. Not sure if we will. However, I will make sure that we do set our intentions separately and together. If there's anyone out there that does like arts and crafts or, loves writing things down and setting intentions, I would recommend that you sit down with your partner or with your family and just be like, okay, guys, like what are our goals for next year? What do we intend to do? How do we intend to make it happen? And we just start living in the now and believing and achieving all those things. But I also think it will be good to do some separately. I always enjoy looking back on the year and just thinking, like, looking at what I've done. Did I waste time? Or what did I waste time doing? Or what did I waste time kind of like not doing? What do I wish that I achieved? And, just roll it. If I didn't, whatever I didn't, just trying to roll it over into the next year. But it's all about making sure that it's realistic too. There's nothing wrong with being overly ambitious, but you just have to manage the expectations, because at the end of the day, you don't want to sit there like feeling disappointed in yourself, or like sad that you didn't reach an unrealistic goal. So yeah, sorry, I digress. I guess like for me, the most important things are just being healthy mentally and physically. Like every year I just see it as, okay, this is the year where I will try to improve on my mental health and my physical health. And then it's a healthy relationship, being a good person, being a good wife, being a good friend, sister, daughter, cousin. There's enough ugly in the world, so every year I feel like I want to improve on just being a beautiful person. That's the least I can do. And then you kind of just think about, like the more mental and spiritual things. And then, there's the other side of things, like, do you want to move into a new career? Do you want to move home? Do you want to start investing in a house? Do you want to open a business? There's those side of things. So I think it's important to do both. Like, think about you as yourself, spiritually, and then think about obviously the things that you need to get through day-to-day life and to move forward and to progress in the world that we live in. Anyway, so what does manifestation mean to you? Now, for me, when manifesting is not just sitting there and be like, I want a Lamborghini. I vision it in my head. I say I'm going to get the Lamborghini next year and I expect it to happen. No, it doesn't work like that. I read something that said like manifestation is the ability to like attract, create, and turn any vision you have into reality. And that's the base for it, really. It's about, and I spoke about the law of attraction before, but it's about attracting those wants and those needs. It's about creating that vision, in your mind and then turning it into reality. So it's not just about thinking and feeling, it's also about the doing. So you create, the vision or the goal, or you set the intention, right? You then attract it in whichever way that is, whether it's the people that you surround yourself with, or the things that you read, the things that you watch, the things that you listen to, and then you turn it into reality. Do you know what I mean? And that's the doing. You do what it takes to make it happen. So like my podcast is a perfect example. I have been wanting to do a podcast for years. I've mentioned that in a few episodes, and I mentioned it in the introduction, right? And I kind of just spoke about it, but I started attracting it. I started watching more podcasts. I started doing more research. I started to feel it. I started to see it. Like I saw it happening, and then I felt the feeling and the joy that it brought to, in making it happen. And then I made it happen, you know. So grateful to my missus. She bought my little starter kit with the mic and stuff. And I was like, okay, I have the equipment. There's no excuse. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no excuses. Like I have the dream, I have the vision, I have the equipment to get started. And I kind of had the knowledge, and I've learned so much over time, but I definitely manifested it. I was like, I want it, and I'm going to make it happen. And I'm here and I'm making it happen. And yeah, you know, it's such an amazing feeling, like seeing a dream come true, but it definitely takes work. And if there is one piece of advice that I can give, is not to stop at the first hurdle, because I have faced so many bumps in this short space of time. You would not even understand. The tears, okay, the tantrums, the drama, where I'm like, I'm so over this, because something always seems to happen, and I was always kind of ready to give up. But when you see it happening, it's hard to give up, seriously. So you just set those intentions, you attract those intentions, and you just make it happen. It's understanding that everything starts with you. You know, you are powerful. They say that possibilities are endless. And, you know, I somewhat agree. Like, we have to be realistic at the end of the day. But at the same time, there's so much out there. You know, it's just for you to find where you fit in, and kind of find your purpose, or what makes you happy, or what it is that you want to do. And those are the possibilities, I guess, that are endless for you. This kind of goes like with what I was saying earlier, but the book that I was reading basically was stating, when you're like, how do I say it? It was basically outlining, when you manifest, or when you're setting your intentions, you have to see yourself in the desired state of now. So it's saying, it's all like they were saying, it's all well and good us setting intentions for the future, etc. But if you're thinking about it in the future and you're not putting yourself in that state of mind now, you don't have that energy now that you need to make it happen. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, okay, if you're picturing it for the future, then that joy and that happiness, or that just feeling of overwhelmed, or that surreal feeling of it happening, you're only going to feel that then. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. How do I explain it? Like, you'll feel it in the future, but you need to feel it from now. You need to put yourself in the state of now. Like, okay, so I want to move. I want to invest in a house next year. Start feeling that feeling now of, oh my days, I am on the road to buying my house. Like, now I'm making this happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even now, like me saying it, I feel so excited because I get it. So I think about the dream and I'm like, what? Like, is that what's coming? Is that what's coming to me in 2022? Say no more. I'm feeling it now. I'm excited for it now. And that's the power that you have to put behind those intentions. You know, like, you can't set the intentions with doubt, and you don't want to put it on hold. You know, time goes so quick. So get on it. Regardless of what it is, even if it's a thing where you're like, I want to have a more relaxed year. I don't want to be on the move. I don't want to be a busybody. I don't want to be doing this and doing that. Everything's intense. I'm always busy. I don't have no time for myself. Okay. So then you start relaxing from now. You think about that feeling. What's it? Is it like euphoric? That kind of euphoric feeling of, this is amazing. Relaxing from now. Do you get what I'm saying? Or if you want to be like, no, I want to have more fun. I'm going to party. Like, I'm going to go out with my girls more. I'm going to dress up. I'm going to do more. I'm going to live life to the fullest. If you do it from now, you're already excited. Like, I'm already excited about it. Oh my days. Like, yes, like it's going to be lit, So yeah, I don't know. I feel like me and Mish, like we make it a habit because we kind of just sit there and have conversations like, okay, like what is it that we're trying to do? Where are we trying to go? Who is it that we're trying to be? And not just individually, but as a unit, and I think every day is an opportunity to just like set intentions and to manifest. I'm not saying you should only do it in like, when the year is coming to an end and you're working towards a new year. Like we use every day as an opportunity to set our intentions really. And we kind of have those conversations in where we're trying to go with just who we are as people and what it is that we're trying to do. So for me, I've kind of just been envisioning the year ahead and how I'm going to make it happen. I'm prepared for the challenges. Nothing worth having comes easy. So I'm prepared for the challenges, but I've already been facing them. So I feel like they've already built me for anything else that wants to come my way. However, I'm looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, the challenges are going to come, but either way, I know it's going to be a success. I know this is going to go how I want it to go. And even if it doesn't go exactly the way that I want it to go, I know that it will go the way that it's supposed to go. And I'm content with that. Do you know what I'm saying? However, I'm not expecting it to fall into my lap. I know that I have to work. So I'm building the podcast. I'm building my platform. I'm building my YouTube. And, the numbers are slowly moving. I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of the numbers that I am achieving. But I'm looking at it like, okay, if I want it to get where I need it to be, I have to put in the work. So that's why I've kind of just been taking some time out to be like, where am I trying to go with this? What is it that I'm trying to do? And how am I going to achieve this? And I know how it's going to work. And yeah, I've just been working on my schedule. So I know that I've done like some audio podcasts. I'm happy that, I'm getting that on the road. And it's going really well, man. Like 200 downloads, in a time that I've launched. Definitely proud of myself. And we've got like just over 30 subscribers on YouTube. I got my first interview out there. So for me, it's just kind of understanding what more it is that I need to do in order to get this to where I need it to be. I see how I want it to be. I know how I want it to be. I know how to make it happen. And I'm prepared, and I'm prepared, but keeping in mind that there has to be balance. I don't want to be overworked and I'm not looking after me, or looking after my baby, because I have to make sure I'm looking after both of us, vice versa. We look after each other. So I just want to make sure that in that I'm taking care of business, I'm taking care of home, I'm taking care of me, and I'm making sure that, she's good mentally and everything as well. And I don't want to lose the fun in working for myself. Do you know what I mean? Like when I wake up, my job is doing something that I love, and I'm blessed to even be in that position, and I don't want to make it a situation where I hate it. It defeats the whole purpose. So yeah, it's also just, about finding that balance between taking care of business and taking care of me. So, really my intentions are just working on the success of my platform and working on becoming a healthier and happier version of me. I have learned so much this year, and one of the biggest lessons that I learned was forgiveness. I can forgive but not forget. So I can forgive people, like I forgive you if you've done me wrong, but I haven't forgotten what you've done or how you made me feel. But with that, I feel like I wasn't fully forgiven all the way, because it's like, I forgive you, but I don't like you. I don't F with you. Like, it is what it is, and it was easy for me to kind of hold that grudge. And with the passing of my uncle, like the love that I feel for that man, it was like, he really got on my nerves. Like not just prior to him passing, but like, when someone just does something that just pisses you off and you're just done. Like, I was done. But once the reality of his situation set in, it was like none of that even mattered to me anymore, kind of thing. And it was for the first time in my life that I was actually able to forgive someone on a next level. And I've never felt that in my life before, to be honest. Like, my cutoff game is strong. I don't care who you are. And like I said, if you hurt me, I'll forgive you and move on. But I instantly felt like I grew as a person, because I was able to learn something new about myself. I was able to see like a new ability, like, okay, I am really capable of doing that. And I didn't know. And I didn't even know that I was capable of doing that. So for me, I guess I'm just setting an intention of becoming an even better person, learning how to do certain things, especially that works out for me too, because at the end of the day, like, all that pain and hurt and anger that we do hold on to from certain situations, it just makes us sick. Do you know what I'm saying? It makes us sick in all ways, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's just a waste of energy. Now, and I'm not saying, right, because there are people out there that have done me wrong to the point where I forgive you, but it's that deep. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying, oh, like, there's nothing in the world that's worth you not talking to someone ever again. Like, no, that is not reality. Do you know what I mean? There's some real messed up people out there, but I was just saying, like, I learned that in that situation. I was happy to know that I was able to grow in that area of my life. And I think I was able to actually see that. Yeah, I was able to see that. So that's good. I forgot what it is that I was trying to say. You know me, I stay forgetting something. So we're just going to move on from that point. They always say that the beauty on the inside shows on the outside. You could have a pretty face, but if you are ugly inside, you're always going to look ugly to me. You know, so if there's one thing that is important to me, it's always to make sure that I'm beautiful inside first. Because, you know, your girl's pretty or whatever. Like, I have a cute face. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm joking. No, I am pretty though. I am. However, for me, I feel like my aura attracts people because I'm beautiful on the inside. But I know that I could be better. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but sometimes toot your own horn. And I don't feel like I'm that bad. I'm not going to lie. But it's taken years of work. Do you know what I mean? Of years of just knowing who I am and understanding myself, basically. But anyway, I would say after this episode, maybe like take some time out to really think of, how do you want to work on yourself as a person? Who is it that you want to be? Like, if you could picture your almost perfect self, I know they say nothing's perfect, but it's okay to be in your head. If you picture your almost perfect self and just what would make you happy if you could be a certain way, who would that be? You know, like when I think of who I want Nay to be, like I know myself. Do you know what I mean? So, and I know what I'm capable of. So I think about how to make that reality, because I know what I'm capable of, but I'm not doing everything that I'm capable of doing. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I know that I can be a better me. Each day is a new day. Each week is a new week. Each month is a new month. Each year is a new year. To become a better person. Be the change you want to see in the world. So let's just start setting our goals for the friends we want to have, for how we want our circle to be, for who we want to be in the world, what we're trying to do to become better people or better partners, better sisters, better brothers, better friends, better mothers, better fathers. Do you know what I mean? Like, just set that goal, and then just think of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Think of habits. You know, what kind of habits are you trying to break? Me, I had a habit of just entertaining BS, and I'm just not even trying to do that. There's certain situations where I get it. Do you know what I mean? Because if you get on my nerves, I'm going to speak my mind. However, there have been a few situations recently where people are trying and testing the diva in me. You're trying me. Like, you're trying me. But I've let it go. Like, I just kind of let it go. I was like, you know, I'm not even going to entertain it. And it upset me in a moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt angry, or like I felt like I needed to react, or I needed to say something. But I actually caught myself. I was able to catch myself. And I was like, that's a habit that I'm going to change, you know. I'm very impulsive. I can be impulsive. So one of the habits that I'm trying to change is not to be so impulsive. I'm going to catch myself, because sometimes it's just not worth it. Like the other day I said, I'm just going to give an example, yeah. So the other day I was like, you know, for the first time in over 10 years, this is one of the best like Christmases that I've had. Like, I'm actually happy for Christmas. I'm excited. I don't have to hide my hurt. I don't have to hide my pain. And, you know, someone was kind of like, oh, you know, you can't say things like that because it's hurtful to other people. And it was like, in that moment, it's not about you. It's about me. And I could have had that conversation with that person, but I know that conversation would have just went left. It would have just went left. It's already gone left because you've made a situation that really has nothing to do with you, about you. Do you know what I mean? So it was already slyly going left in my head, and I just let it go. And that's not me. I will always say like what is on my mind and say how I feel. However, I'm really starting to just choose my battles. So, you know, just think of like, you know, kind of habits that you kind of just want to let go, that you want to work on, and it just make it about you and your family and your loved ones, and just be like, okay, well, I've been presented with another year. What does the year ahead hold for you? You know, who is it that you're trying to be? Because why not? Don't let time just pass you by and it's just wasted. You know, that's one thing we can't get back. It's time. But also don't forget to take time out for you. You know, don't put too much pressure on yourself. I feel like pressure makes things 10 times harder. I feel like sometimes we can get in the mode of like wanting to achieve all our goals, that we get caught up in the pressure, like putting the pressure on ourselves, not wanting to waste time. So when I say that, you know, I say it lightly, like obviously you don't want to waste time doing absolutely nothing again, or no, you don't want to waste time in not even achieving your goals, whether it's personal goals or professional goals, you know, but at the same time, like still be easy on you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, still be easy on you. And like, you know, with that being said, I just want you to take care of you more, love you more, understand who you are, and, you know, just learn what you are capable of. So, vision boards, manifestation journals, just writing things down, post-it notes, just things where you see it every day, so it's embedded in your mind and you are reminded that that is what you're trying to do and you have to make it happen. And you know what, guys? I know I ask all the time for people to interact with me in the comments. Let's hope that one day you do. Because right now I'm still talking to myself. However, if you do get around to it, I would love to know, you know, what your goals are. And this time next year, we need to catch up and be like, okay, Nay, like, you know, I did my vision board or I did my manifestation journal and I actually ticked a few things off my list. I have a vision board. I made it 4 years ago. And I definitely managed to tick a few things off of there. Not everything, not even half. But it brought me joy to tick the things off that I did 4 years ago. And I can say, like, for example, so one of them was, you know, to eventually settle down and be married. Ding, 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 ding. I blessed MJ's whole life and decided to give her the opportunity of being my wife. But yeah, and that was 4 years ago, you know, and I didn't know what shape or form it was gonna come in, but it did. And there was like a car on there that I wanted to get. I think within 2 years of even making that vision board, I got the car, and I think I had set, like, you know, certain earnings and just health goals, mindset goals, and just living in my truth and stuff like that. And it's all just starting to happen because I stuck it on the wall and I saw it every day. You know, it was in my mind every day, and you know, it's slowly coming together. And like I said, it wasn't even half of the things on my vision board I still haven't achieved 4 years later. However, like, it brings me joy to know that I've achieved some. So that's the reality of it. You know, just set those intentions and just be prepared for whichever ones you achieve, and just work to, even if you work towards one, that's better than nothing, especially in this day and age. Like, that's an achievement within itself. I want to say, like, relax, be patient, and trust the process. I'll repeat that. So just relax, just let go, be patient, and trust the process. Believe in yourself. It's okay to tell yourself you got this. It's okay to love you endlessly. You know, sometimes, yeah, MJ likes to call me conceited. Sometimes MJ likes to call me conceited. No lie. And like, whenever she says it, she always says it's Like, I don't mean it in an offensive way. And I'm like, okay, no offense taken. But it's okay to believe in your BC source. It's okay to believe in your source. Because ain't no one sourcing like you. I can't remember what Kim Kardashian said. She said something about, I can give you the recipe, but your sauce won't taste the same as mine. Ow. Sorry, mind in the gutter. Give you the recipe, but the sauce ain't the same, right? So it's okay for you to believe in your own sauce. Love you. What do you mean? You are the SHIT. Yes, you are. Don't let no one tell you anything different. So I just want to say, like, don't get so caught up in living in this external reality that you forget to focus on what is going on inside of you. Because at the end of the day, that's where it starts, you know? It starts inside of you. Oh, anyway, guys, I had so much fun. As you can tell, this like really means a lot to me, and I hope it inspired at least one person out there. So I'm going to wrap it up with a note that I took out of the book that I was reading, which was a daily mantra for you to repeat. So I'm going to share it with you. And it said, my mind is powerful. I can manifest what I want. I see the vision clearly. It is happening now. I love that. And it basically just touches on, you know, everything that I was saying in this episode. So I am wishing you in advance a very blessed year ahead. I pray for all your success. I pray for your dreams to come true. I pray for your health, and I pray for your wealth. And as always, I am sending love, light, and positive vibrations your way. And until next year, bye. Oh yeah, P.S. I got a video coming out on YouTube. Make sure you check it out. Okay, bye.